Seeker, January 23rd, 2018. In the news today, Kobe Bryant's poem Dear Basketball has been nominated for an Oscar. And when I saw this headline, I immediately laughed. Understand, the entire world of professional athletics is full of athletic actors who are selling out the fans every single day, participating in rigged and scripted sports. Yes, these men are talented in the same way WWE wrestlers are talented. They're talented, they know how to perform, they fulfill a script. Just think about how many actors go into acting and news media covering the sports they played in soon after. Stuff isn't arbitrary. What I've been talking about since this poem came out about 2 years ago now is the significance of the Gematria of Dear Basketball. Gematria is the ancient practice of coding letters and numbers together. Been talking about how all of professional sports is scripted this way and so much more. Notice in this language, what English ordinal is the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, up to Z is 26. Using that cipher, Dear Basketball 113. The reason Utah Jazz is up here is because they're the only team that sums to that, and Kobe and Michael both played their last games against this team at one point in their career. Michael ended up coming back from retirement. And then he finished his last game against Philadelphia, which we'll get to, the city Kobe's from. But notice, Dear Basketball, Utah Jazz, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, they all sum to 113. You might recall last year in the NBA Finals, the games kept finishing with scores of 113 points. Been talking about this number for a long time. The National Basketball Association equals 113 in reduction gematria. The difference between English ordinal and this is T's the 20th letter, but T's worth 2 in this method because 20 in numerology is 2 plus 0 equals 2. H is the 8th letter, H is 8. E is the 5th, E is 5. N is the 14th letter, 14 is 1 plus 4 equals 5. A is 1, T is 20, 2 plus 0 equals 2. I is 9, O is 15, 1 plus 5 equals 6. Make each letter a single digit, then add the word. The National Basketball Association, 113. What Sumerian is, and this word gets really interesting, is where you multiply the alphabetic order times 6. So whatever your ordinal value is times 6, that's Sumerian. A is 6, B is 12, C is 18, D is 24, multiples of 6. Now check this out. Jordan played his last career game in the National Basketball Association, April 16th, 2003. Date with numerology at 23, by the way. You know, Michael, 23. But he played his last game that day. Kobe played his last game April 13th, 2016. That was exactly 678 weeks later. Exactly. And both of their names in Gematria, 113 and 678. Perfect match. On the same day that Kobe played his last career game, the Golden State Warriors eclipsed Michael Jordan's win record. Also, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry combined for a record 678 three-pointers. You see? The year Michael Jordan set the win record, his 73rd game of that season was against Del Curry, the father of Steph Curry. Steph Curry born, the son of Del Curry. Steph Curry's birthday is also the 73rd day of the year. The word number equals 73, but the year Michael Jordan set the record, his 73rd game was against the father of Steph Curry, who now has the new win record with 73 games. Born on the 73rd day of the year, number 73. By the way, Steph Curry's born on Pi Day, March 14th, 3.14, said to be the most important number. March 14th, the 74th day, or excuse me, 73rd day of the calendar year. Steph Curry always getting those Pi rituals. Understand it's a numbers league. Everything is scripted by the numbers. Kobe gets his award announcement today by the numbers, just like he retired by the numbers. Go back and see my video on his retirement. His full name, Kobe Bean Bryant, 117. Retirement ceremony, retiring both of his numbers with the Lakers 117 days after his birthday. When you write out 13, it sums to 117. He was the 13th pick of the draft. He played his last game on April 13th. But look, from that to the announcement about him and the Oscars, it's all by the numbers. Check this out. This Oscars nomination comes January 23rd, 18, date with 42 numerology. 42, number also stamped on the black race. Jackie equals 42. But anyway, Oscars also equals 42, so it fits in with this discussion. And from his birthday to the announcement today is 153 days later. That's the 17th triangular number, meaning if you had 1 through 17, it equals 153. NBA equals 17. Very special number. So special, think about the current NBA. LeBron James, King James, won the NBA Finals on the real King James' birthday. Ohio's the 17th state. The Cavs were the 17th team to join the NBA, and Cavaliers equals 153. Again, when you add 1 through 17, it equals 153. Celtics lead the NBA with 17 championships. MLB equals 27. Yankees lead the MLB with 27 championships. The other thing about 153 is it's often found with 42, and this is because this entire code is biblical. Using the alphabetic order, fish equals 42. There's the story of the miraculous catch of 153 fish from the New Testament. New Testament equals 42. The New Testament begins with the 42 generations to Jesus, the Savior. You know, Jesus, the miraculous catch of 153. Look at this. Holy Bible, 153. The Bible, also 153. You see that? 153, the 17th triangular number. The word God, 17. And on this calculator, what's really nice, which is linked in the description of all my videos, if you click on the number when it's inside the calculation box, it'll give you information about this number. It'll tell you that it's a triangular number, and yes, it's the 17th. You see? Gives you all sorts of things. Let you know if the number is prime. You see this? If you're new here, you might get confused. This is not a prime number. If it's prime, it'll say yes and which one it is. 151 is a prime number. And by the way, you can just come up here and use this numbers calculator. 151 is the 36th prime. You see? So just like how you can see up here, it'll tell you if it's yes, it's one of those things. 55 is a Fibonacci number. It'll tell you that yes, it's the 10th Fibonacci number. You see this? It's also the 10th triangular number. And not by coincidence, Fibonacci equals 55, so does numerology. When you add 1 through 10 together, it sums to 55. 5 plus 5 equals 10 in numerology. So anyway, understand that this code's special. It's used to rig sports and a whole lot more. Everything that comes through your news is done this way, and oftentimes it's a mocking, like Kobe Bryant, his retirement poem, retiring by a code. You know, now he's getting an Oscar, an acting award. Played his whole career in the rigged NBA. Also, the Oscars are March 4th. One last point, March 4th. That's a date with numerology of 45. Look at what happens when you write out 13. Remember, he's the 13th overall pick. LA equals 13. KB equals 13. You know, Kobe Bryant. LA, 13th pick. Traded for Vlade Divac. Anyway, the Oscars are on a date with 45 numerology. 3 plus 4 plus 20 plus 18. 45. Date with numerology of 45. 13 connects to 45. And also, from the news today to March 4th is a span of 41 days. That's the 13th prime number. Kobe Bryant also 41 in reduction. See that? Kobe Bryant 58 reverse reduction, like Los Angeles Lakers in reduction. Notice Kobe Bryant 157, like Staples Center 157. That's the 37th prime number. Notice Los Angeles 37. You see that? And remember when Steph Curry's record three-point streak came to an end at the Staples Center? It ended at 157 games. Not coincidental. All part of the script. So that's how it goes in the rigged NBA, in the world of scripted news. You know, it's too bad people can't catch on to the obvious, huh? Until next time, true